now less than a minute left to vote if you're in a polling station. And all across the UK on Decision Time tonight, Sky News is covering more than 250 constituencies. That's more than any other broadcaster. Millions have voted today, and in less than 60 seconds, the polls will close, and we will be able to bring you the result of the broadcaster's exit poll. It is 10 o'clock, the polls have closed, the general election is over, and our exit poll is predicting that the Conservatives are the largest party. We are putting David Cameron's Conservatives on 316. That is actually 10 seats up on what they had in 2010. In second place, Labour on 239. That is down on the 258 which they had in 2010. But that is because we are putting the SNP on 58 out of 59 of Scotland's seats. They were on 6 in 2010. We are projecting a very poor night for the Liberal Democrats, down to 10 from 57 in the last Parliament. And we are projecting that UKIP will have 2 seats, its first ever seats at a general election. So to recap, the exit poll is projecting 316 seats for the Conservatives. However, I should say that there is a margin of error in this poll. That's why we're simply saying the Conservatives are the largest party. It's reckoned that there are maybe 10 seats either way on those totals. And we can look now at the other parties, what we think they have done tonight. 25 others. Of course, those are mainly the 18 in Northern Ireland. We are predicting there will be 2 Green MPs. Of course, they had 1 in the last Parliament and 4 for Plaid Cymru. They, of course, had 3 in the last Parliament. So some movement forward there for the Progressive Alliance. But the story of the night, David Cameron doing better than holding his own in terms of seats, and Labour and Ed Miliband hit very heavily because of that massive surge, suggesting on the exit poll that 58 out of 59 seats will go to the SNP. Well, let's get some reaction from our political editor, Faisal Islam. Spectacular indeed.
That would be a spectacular result. Clearly, Conservatives well ahead. No chance, really, of any type of blocking coalition being formed. Labour down 20 seats, 19 seats on 2010. Conservatives not so far off an overall majority within the bound of error. SNP spectacularly taking all but 1 seat if this exit poll is right. And the Lib Dems, a terrible night, almost down to single figures, and the election of 2 UKIP MPs. Now, I mean, we haven't had all the moving parts of a general election like this, the Lib Dems shifting down, the UKIP factor, and then we just haven't had a situation like this before. But the sorts of things that would make this happen is the UKIP votes being squeezed hugely when it came to it. When it came to it, if this is right, it will be down to the fact that in the constituencies that matter, Conlab, the UKIP vote preferred David Cameron as Prime Minister. But health warning on this. Yeah. Other polls on vote share were absolutely level today. Well, and we believe right now there's another poll from YouGov which also has vote share between Labour and Conservatives level. The 2 things surely can't be right. Just
bearing in mind the Liberal Democrats down at 10. There is an option for David Cameron to renew the Liberal Democrat coalition, and that could give him an overall majority, because we think the real line is about 322, 323 because of Sinn Féin.
If this is right, but the bargaining power of the Lib Dems in that situation will be very small, and there'll be people in the Conservatives, again, if they're on 316, who would want to go for a minority government too, for example, because they want to give jobs to Conservatives as ministers. But extraordinary exit poll. not in keeping with the final vote share polls that we got yesterday and this morning.
And indeed, we are calling it a Conservative largest party rather than a hung parliament.